Hello, I've got a little unboxing review video for you. I ordered some art supplies within the last few weeks and they've come in. So I was going to go over some of those and then some of the recent paintings that I've done from some of the classes that I've been taking. I have the doggies here in the background chewing bones, if that's what you're hearing. That's them. So the first thing, there's a million videos reviewing the Faber-Castell gelatos, and they're fun. I hadn't tried them and I've seen the videos and they look like they're fun, and they really are. So I'll do a later video with a new piece of art, but I got both of these sets. The bold colors and then the pastels, and it comes with a little paintbrush in there, and then like a sponge tool. I'll show you. I didn't use the sponge tool or the paintbrush. I just wanted to see what they did just straight up. And so next time I try using them, I'm gonna get that out. They're these little like makeup sponges. There's a hard one and then a soft one, so I have to figure out how those are gonna work. Obviously something for blending or smudging around. So these are those, and I did do a swatch in my sketchbook, or one of my sketchbooks, and I'll show you how that turned out. And they're nice. They're like, it's like everyone says, they're like painting with a lipstick kind of. It's that kind of texture, but slightly more firm. So they do still smudge some colors, not too bad. It's more noticeable like on, actually they hardly smudge at all now. They're not really doing it at all because they've cured long enough, but there's a good range of colors. It would have been nice to have like a dark color, so I'll have to see if they have other colors or if it's just those two sets. But I did a quick little study of a friend's backyard from Gold Beach, and I was able to get some darker colors here when I figured out how they worked, and they actually do layer, so you can blend. And I did, the complementary color thing, and it actually ended up a couple of times being able to make something that was fairly dark. I couldn't do it up here, I didn't figure it out yet, but I was pretty happy with how that turned out. Anyway, that's the back of our house in our wisteria. So I will do another like drawing or sketch with them, and I'll film that one, but I didn't this time. So here are some other recent things that I was doing. I took a mini class, a miniature class, and she said the first one that we were gonna do was supposed to be like a landscape, and so this was one of those cool sea caves where when I was on my Gold Beach trip, and the top one was just the sketch, and then like a value study, and I don't think I did it right, but I figured it out after that. And so going back, I know that I would have done it a little differently, and then like a color study, and I used my Caran d'Ache Luminance pencils for that, and then worked on the final image. Oh, this was the color or the value study that I ended up doing later. I'm not about the best drawer or understanding the principles of all that, but I'm learning. So I liked how that turned out. And then I don't even really think I finished this, but this was the final with the watercolor. No, it was okay. I didn't really get a lot of the detail, but it was learning. So I used some granulating colors because I got kind of tired of painting every single line, and I realized you don't have to. It's totally fine not to do it. And then this was another image from there, and it's supposed to be an iris, if you couldn't tell. It was a Georgia O'Keeffe up close kind of thing, and I don't really like florals too much. I mean, they're pretty and people do them really well, but I am definitely not one of the people that would do it really well. These were the Rockwell granulating colors, and I did a few layers, so I learned stuff. I still improved and had to throw in a little gold in there too, because I like to do that. And let's see. Oh, another mini landscape thing from that class. This was, I think, like a tutorial, sort of. And this was the guided image that I kind of ended up with. I used some, I don't use a lot of salt in my stuff, but I like, there's a brand, Ruby Mountain, makes some pigment salts, and I played around with those a little bit, and that's kind of what I got that. And someone said, oh, it looks like it's heather on a dark mountain. And I was like, oh, that's cool, you know, a little different, not my usual, but because I'm a little bit ADD, I did like 5 other paintings while she was going through how to do those ones. So these were a couple more of them. And I liked these a little bit better, but I was still just playing around and learning stuff. And that one kind of looks like a, you know, ink, line and wash kind of thing. But I really liked this one. So another little landscape concept with some, I think that's a Daniel Smith Imperial Purple. And then possibly Moon Glow, I think. I don't remember. But anyway, I kind of like that one. And then I took an additional abstract class, and that really kind of pushed me out of my comfort zone a little bit, because it was a completely like opposite process for what I do when I do my abstracts. But that was the whole point of learning. So I did a whole bunch of different paintings because that's what I like to do. And then I finally, at the last minute, it comes together, and this 2-hour class, and I actually paint the project at that point, but I have to do all this other stuff first, and I kind of get like a, you know, good dopamine rush at the very end, trying to like pressure and get like a final image that I liked. So I did all of them on one big page, and then I cut them out and just did different shapes. And so this was one of them. And it involved using like some white gouache and doing a bunch of underpainting and stuff. So it was all of the opposite type of like procedure that I often do. A little more time consuming, but it still was kind of cool. And this, essentially, you just make a bunch of random lines, and then come back in with the gouache after everything's dried, and then just paint some outlines of shapes that you think you see. And that's kind of what I thought I saw, was a dude, I guess, sitting in a bathtub. So anyway, that's one of my little abstracts. I kind of like it. It's okay. I mean, it's different. Definitely a different process, but perhaps one of these days I'll actually like pay attention to what the instructor says all the time in class. But and then for the final painting that we did was for the tiny painting class, and the theme was to pick a cozy corner. And so I did find a little old picture of one of our beach trips where our two dogs were sitting on the couch and looking out the window at the ocean, and it was kind of in a corner, and they looked very cozy. So this was the final one, and I'm very happy with that. And this probably is gonna be, it was challenging with all the like couch wrinkles and the basket and the leaves, so but I love it all the same, and it makes me happy to look at it, and it reminds me of this great memory. So I think I captured the cozy aspect of that pretty well. But like we said when we were in class, going around, that everyone's idea of a cozy corner is different, and mine, it just involves the sheepas because they're sheepas. So those are the picture reviews. And then I did get 2 packages recently. And this one was from Janet in Florida, I believe. She sent me some Jackman's paint tubes. I don't usually use that brand, I believe. Is it just, I don't remember where exactly the brand is from, but it's not common to get it in the States. Oh, the tape stuck. So I don't usually see them here, and I only recently kind of became aware of this brand. So I haven't opened this yet, you can see. But Janet was nice and sent me a few little extra things there, it looks like. I'm just gonna rip and tear. Oh yeah. It looks like a little, sent me a little card. Hope you enjoy your paints. Thank you, Janet. Pretty well padded. And there, in this little tiny travel palette, let's see, I think some of them might have popped out slightly, but that's okay. I think they kind of are prone to doing that. And then maybe, wait, I think there might be one missing. Let's see. Well, I'm sure I'll find it. Maybe there wasn't one there to begin with anyway. Okay. Nope, I don't see. There might not have even been one in there. So, oh, no, there's one missing here. Okay, that one did have one. Okay, maybe there wasn't one in there. So 2 empty spots. I'll have to go back and double check. But it's a nice little travel thing, and I'll do a swatch of these later. Let's see. Let's count the colors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 13. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, so they're all there. Stuff gets jumbled up in shipping a lot of the time. So, it's a nice little clip. And there's the swatch of the Jackmans. I don't really like the paper, but they are pretty well granulating, so I'll have to do it on a different type of paper to get the full effect. Okay. Let's see. Little paint swatches, Holbein, Winsor Newton, more Holbein, Nightfall. Oh yeah, that's a fun series of colors. Oh, Marie's. I don't have any Marie's. I don't really use it, and it's got cat in it, but yeah. So those were my samples. I'll move that over. And then the last thing I got, it's from Russia. And it's by a brand called Go Draw, and they make really cute, super tiny palettes. So I ordered, and I guess they're having some financial difficulty with the cost of supplies and of making these. So they had a little like a sale going on to help raise funds so they could do their next order supply. It's a really superior supply maker for, especially for tiny stuff. They're very nice quality, and the company is nice to work with too, but they're definitely all about making things that makers and watercolor artists and painting artists use. So these are nice and bolted in. That's nice. And here's the slightly larger size. Well, really well made. So if you want to support them, you can go buy some of their things. I'll put a link in the description. But it's a nice little travel palettes. Leslie Strauss, she's an American living in England. Looks like there's another thing here. She likes their products a lot, and she posts their links all the time. So I found out about their sale through her YouTube channel. This one's cute. Oh yeah, very, very cute. So you put the clip here, and then you can clip it to the edge of your palette, like that, or like this, and then you can paint on the opposite page. Really nice, especially for plein air season. And they have a nice enamel layer, and then they're really well made. They're very sturdy, and they don't wobble or anything like that. And this is the cutest, tiniest little one. I have one that's similar to this, but it was the cheapo one on Amazon, which works. But it's not lined like these. And this is a strong magnet too, so it's not gonna spin around on you. But yeah, I'm excited to fill this up, so I'll do a video of that later. And then it came with a nice little squirrel hair. Oh, actual fur. Little travel brush, very fine point too. That'll be perfect for doing those. So I think that's all I have for now. Stay tuned for some painting videos coming up. All right, thanks. Night.